Ladies and gentlemen, from America's adventure place, beautiful Reno, Tahoe, a very good evening to you, and welcome to the Reno Event Center here in Reno, Nevada, as we have a big night of action in store for you, and it's all brought to you courtesy of Duba Boxing, with GSP, Tres Amigos, and Showtime. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we present the featured attraction of the evening. It is sanctioned by the NABF Supervisor San Macias, the USBA Supervisor Hiawatha Knight, the NABA Supervisor George Martinez, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman Skip Avencino Jr., Commissioners Dr. Tony Alamo, John Bailey, Joe W. Brown, and Dr. Flip Homansky, with the Executive Director, Mark Ratner. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Stephen Brown and Dr. Todd Chapman. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Jim Carpenter and Rose Fain. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Reno, Nevada, Keith McDonald. From Carson City, Nevada, Doug Tucker. And from St. Louis, Missouri, Crystal Wright. And our third man of the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Vic Draculich. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening, the combined title for the NABF, USBA, and NABA Heavyweight Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Reno, Nevada, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with silver trim, hailing from Brooklyn, New York. He weighed in at a ready 235 pounds with a record of 23 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He has 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NABA Heavyweight Champion, introducing the pride of Brooklyn, Taurus, the Bull Sykes. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, this 12-round championship attraction. He is wearing light blue trunks with white trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Akwebom, Nigeria. He weighed in at 243 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with 23 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the NABF and the USBA Heavyweight Champion, ranked number 4 world contender by the WBC and the WBO, introducing the Nigerian Nightmare, Samuel Peters. Once again, our referee in charge, Vic Draculich, now to give instructions, 12 rounds of action scheduled.
Take off the coat. Make sure Joe cues. I'm losing Joe.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the NABF, the USBA, and the NABA heavyweight titles. You received your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. Most importantly, any punches below this point going to be called low. Any punches below this point going to be called low. With that, touch them up, back to your corners. Good luck to both of you.
All right, Joe.
So another major opportunity for Sam Peter to showcase his thunder and keep the buzz going in a division so ripe for new blood. Peter, rock solid, thick set, still a raw talent, but improving. A born puncher with knockout power in both hands, but his ticket to fame and fortune is the right. 7 of his 20 KOs in the first. Sykes, big talking, big heavyweight, but not a big hitter. Nevertheless, he said he'll expose Peter and knock him out in round 6. However, too many questions about his punching power. Generally looks to frustrate with constant movement behind the jab. He may try to turn this into a clinch fest. Do all he can to stretch this out, test the stamina of Peter. His chin's okay, but it should be severely tested tonight.
Now, we saw already Taras Sykes landed a jab. You can hit Sam Peter with the jab. Pudar did it. Some other people have done it. That's not the problem. It's hitting it with the jab, retaining your defensive posture so you don't get countered with anything. And that's the challenge for Taras Sykes.
A lot depends on which Sam Peter shows up tonight. The Peter that went the distance with Jovo Pudar and Charles Schubert, or the Peter that flattened Jeremy Williams. Peter predicted a 4th round knockout. I wouldn't take that too lightly. He said he'd KO Jeremy Williams in round 2, and that's exactly what he did.
Pretty good prognosticator. Well, he lives in Vegas. Maybe he's in a...
It's rubbing off. The feeling is Sykes simply doesn't have the clout to hurt Peter. Therefore, Peter can probably afford to be brave.
Work inside, work inside.
Now, Peter got in the inside there against Sykes. Didn't do much. Threw a good shot to the body to get in. And I'm sure for future fights, including this one, they'd like to see Sam Peter throw more punches on the inside.
Fight!
Vic Draculich, the 3rd man. What I see in Peter, obviously prodigious power, still not sure about his boxing skills, the jab, the combinations, the movement, etc. But he has the ability to change the pace of a fight in an instant. He can lull you, and then suddenly the complexion of the fight changes dramatically. So don't go to the fridge.
Well, he's got great power, and we saw that in the Williams fight. Now, Sykes is content in these instances to not let much happen on the inside. You know, I alluded to his style as kind of the 4-corner offense of boxing. There's the jab from Sykes, and that's what it is. He wants to get these rounds over with, try and do just enough to win them and hope for the best.
Under a minute remaining in round 1. It's scheduled for 12. Sam Peter in the sky blue, the light blue. Taras Sykes in the dark blue.
Peter can do himself a lot of good by going downstairs to the body. It's there with Sykes. You can hit him. Sykes keeps his hand in a pretty good position for the most part to prevent you from hitting him in the head, and the body is often an open target.
Sykes from the same area that produced Mike Tyson and Riddick Bowe, the Brownsville section of Brooklyn. Won the 1998 New York State Golden Gloves in the super heavyweight division.
With the exception of you, Brooklyn's most notable product in boxing right now.
He called himself the most menacing person from Brooklyn. I thought that was me.
No, I'm voting for you.
I guess he took the title away from me.
Have a seat, babe. Listen up, Sam. Listen up. You're not cutting off the ring. You're not working your jab. And the thing that's good, you let him rest when he's inside. So what you have to do is you have to double jab, get inside, work his body a little bit, work his body so his hands will come down.
Right, when you're getting close, I need you to touch it under and over. Okay. And I want you backing up. Don't back up. You side to side. I don't want you backing up. And you step to the right, then circle back off the 3 jabs. All right? You're doing fine. Use that free hand when you're getting close. I want that free hand. And then over, hard. Dig in there, son. I want you backing up. I don't want you backing up. Period. All right, you're not going to back up.
Get in the ring, brother.
Round 2 tonight. Reno hosting one of its biggest boxing shows in years, but tough to compare with July 4th, 1910, when the legendary Jack Johnson defended his heavyweight title against James Jeffries right here in Reno. 15th round TKO in a fight scheduled, Al, for 45 rounds. First time a venue was constructed strictly for boxing. They had better than 16,000. And how timely it happened, almost to the day.
An event that changed a lot more beyond boxing, that's for sure. You know, great advice in the corner by both cornermen. And that was a good example of cornermen saying just a couple of things, all the right things, and making sure their fighters could digest it. There's some combinations combination, yeah, I'm sorry, Steve, there's combination punching from Peter. This is what we talk to them about. He does it in the gym. He does it once in a while in fights. That is the thing that could take him to the next level.
Well, his power is the great eraser. It erases other weaknesses or problems. It also brings the people out. They love to see the heavyweights who can really punch. Obviously makes him more marketable and TV viewer friendly. There's a heavy right to the midsection. Sykes looks over at his corner and winks, says everything's under control. But while the heavy punch is Peter's meal ticket, he also needs to have a good jab to set up the attack.
There's the Sykes jab, and that's a very, very important weapon. Now, he just backs straight up into the ropes. That is exactly what his corner is talking about to do. That's why.
And then an uppercut, followed by an overhand right, and Peter looking to end it right here. Smothering Sykes with punches. Oh, big right hand to the head. Sykes in all kinds of difficulty, and down he goes.
2, 4, 5.
It's over. The count got to 5 by Vic Draculich, and Sam Peter has scored another spectacular knockout. Well, he predicted 4. He halved it. Round 2. Who's next continues to send out a loud and clear message to a wide open heavyweight division. Remains undefeated, raising his record to 24-0 with 21 knockouts. And now he extends his knockout streak now to 4.
Well, Sam Peter does not lack for confidence in himself. You saw that there, and he's shown it before the fight. He has tremendous power, and a demonstration of it here. And even though Taurus Sykes is not a top 10 heavyweight, what's startling about this is that under the right circumstances, when he can hit you, Sam Peter can get the job done.
Now controls 3 fringe titles. Is a world title belt in the offing for Samuel Peter. So the story here tonight in Reno is Nigerian Nightmare Samuel Peter. It remains to be seen if he's the man who will lead boxing out of its heavyweight funk. But he does lend hope to a struggling division that used to drive the sport. Sam hearing it from the crowd.
And you know, they were conscious of the right hand from Sam Peter. And yet he was still able to land it. And Sykes came out of a clinch, and that right hand was there. And when he can get that punch in or the hook and get it in effectively, he can get it done. Almost hit his manager there in the body. That would have been
2 knockouts in one night. Ivalo Gatsev. Well, not as devastating a knockout as we last saw against Jeremy Williams back in December, but he made his point.
And one of the things that he'll like about this is he was able to finish. You know, for the most part, not too much wasted motion as he finished off. Sykes, and we'll take a look at it and see. It was a clubbing right hand, landing kind of on the side of the head, affecting the equilibrium of Sykes. And then he measured his punches for the most part. Now, those are kind of wide, but he uses the jab to try and set that up, and Sykes was in a very bad position on the rope. That short right hand, which was thrown in a straight manner, got right to the chin, and that was probably the best punch actually that Peter threw in this fight. Also good that he went to the body, also good that he measured him with the jab. So those are all little things that make this a more impressive knockout for Sam Peter. And once he got Sykes in trouble, he was able to finish. And I think that a piece of that in microcosm, though it wasn't perfect, is what they want from Sam Peter. Don't be one-dimensional. Don't just try and throw a clubbing right hand. Try and set those punches up. Use the body and other things for it.
So a barrage of punches by Sam Peter leading this convincing victory.
And you see, he started things out there with the uppercut. And what you have to like about that is they want to see different punches in his arsenal. They want to see Sam Peter do different things, because as he fights better heavyweights, the more dimensional you are, the less one-dimensional you are in your attack, the better off you're going to be. And you see he's mixing in some punches here, throwing the uppercut, the right hand, the jab is involved. He threw a body shot earlier, and Taurus Sykes goes down, and thankfully Draculich got in there. Peter in his last fight had 2 points deducted for hitting Martinez when he was on the ground, so we didn't want to see a repeat of that, and Draculich helped that not to happen.
So 2 consecutive second-round knockouts here on Showtime Championship Boxing for Samuel Peter.
From any angle and however many times you see it, it's painful for Taurus Sykes. And at that moment, he was hurt, but you saw the smile on his face as if to say, whew, now we got to figure something out here. Peter was the one that figured it out. This straight right hand, I think, was the one that really made sure things were going to go against Taurus Sykes. That was a good straight right hand. And for Sam Peter, other heavyweights watching this will understand that if you're going to beat Peter, you have to fight in such a way that you don't get hit with his best punch, because he's got power.
So obviously another attention-getting knockout by Sam Peter, but you cannot lose sight of the level of competition.
For the senior one.
As he now has 3 fringe title belts. Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Everyone, I'm looking for the senior one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 7 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. And now the NABF, USBA, and NABA heavyweight champion, the Nigerian Nightmare, Samuel Peter.